Hi, this is Aaron from Tasteful Guitar, and I'm here today on behalf of Tuna Tone Instruments to demo their first original ground-up design, this Baritone. This guitar is a 27.5-inch scale length, which is 698.5 millimeters if you're in Europe. It has a custom hand-wound baritone pickup from Roadhouse Pickups. And this guitar was actually built as a custom order from a guy who had specific specs. If you order a guitar through Tunatone, certain specs are customizable, so you can have some input into some of the components and that kind of thing. All the guitars are inspired aesthetically by sort of catalog and Japanese guitars from the 1960s, so kind of that aesthetic style. If that's what you're into, contact Tunatone and start a conversation about getting a custom guitar for yourself. The first example I'm going to play is completely dry. You would never usually play or record a baritone dry, just because it sounds so great with reverb and tremolo and all that. But so this will give you an idea of the raw tone of the guitar. I find the guitar has actually a piano-like tone, especially when it's dry, which is really interesting. I think you'd have some very different creative ideas using this guitar versus a standard 6-string. So I'm playing through a Purdy Tube Amps MP18, which is actually a local Edmonton builder in the city where I and Tuna Tone are also from. It's kind of a Marshall/Vox style, British style amplifier, and I'm recording with an SM57 and an Electro Voice EV635A, which is just a mic setup that I find gets a fairly true tone. So here we go with the first example. The first effect I'm going to throw on here is a compressor. When you're dealing with such a full frequency range guitar as all baritones are, the compressor kind of brings it all together and gives it you can hear the highs, you can hear the lows, it's not mushy. So here's what it sounds like with an MXR Dynacomp, which is a pretty standard classic sounding compressor. You can hear how this guitar has a very lively sound. It's got a chambered body, so that contributes to that. So it's got kind of singing highs, but it still has the low end that you look for in a baritone. I'm going to just kick on a slap back delay, because that's another really classic thing you'd use on one of these guitars. Now I'll give you a taste of this guitar with Overdrive. It responds pretty well to Overdrive. Of course, those clean tones are so nice, but some of you might be interested. So this is with a bass soul food. So it's got a clean blend on it, so you can still get some of the low end out of the guitar. It's a nice pedal for what it's worth. And here we go. For For the last example, I'm going to just go all out and bathe it in reverb, put some tremolo on it, and just get the classic baritone guitar sound that you've heard in spaghetti westerns and all that kind of thing. So listen for the sustain of the guitar because it's got really great sustain. This neck is just so solid feeling and so even all the way up. It's a pleasure to play. So here it goes.